Hello, my name is Crystal. I'm a music and imagery therapist and an EMDR therapist. And today I'd like to talk a bit about how I integrate music imagery and EMDR. Very often I use SMI's supportive music and imagery at the beginning of the EMDR process to help clients recognize their internal strengths. And it might start with something like, let's imagine a place, or let's revisit a memory where you felt safe and where you felt content. And through the supportive music and imagery journey, the client would be able to better articulate how those moments made their body feel. And as they listen to that piece of music, they can be reminded that they do have that inner strength. Sometimes I also use RMI, re-educative music and imagery, when a client wants to deepen a sense of insight or deepen what they have discovered in their EMDR desensitization and reprocessing phase as well. What I like to highlight is that both music imagery and EMDR have a strong emphasis on embodiment, on noticing how emotions are experienced in the body, not just thinking about them. So in music imagery, we take that one step further. We invite clients to put their emotions into musical terms. For example, I might ask, if we were to translate what you've just described, or the feelings you just described, into a piece of music, what beat would that have? What instruments would that have? And what texture would the music have? Would it be a single melody or multiple melody happening at the same time? What would the tonality be? Would it be dark or bright, major or minor? Would it include human singing or not? These questions help clients articulate and externalize emotions that can be very difficult to capture in words normally. And through the music selection process, we get closer to articulating the emotions and the embodied sensations more accurately. I also find music imagery really helpful when I'm getting to know young people. It allows me to build trust in a way that feels fun and creative before we even begin the EMDR processing, because we know that for children and young people to be able to get into working with traumatic memories, they do need to feel like they are safe with the therapist. They need to feel like I understand them to some extent, and they need to be able to have tools to express themselves when words alone is not enough. So that playful element can make therapy feel safer, and it can encourage young people to engage better. Another important feature of music and imagery is that it highlights the uniqueness of emotional experiences. My happy music might sound completely different from yours, and it will be different from person to person. I love the nuance that music captures when we engage clients with music and imagery. That recognition can be very powerful and validating for clients. That's a short overview of how I combine music and imagery with EMDR. Thank you for listening.